Hey everybody, it's meteorologist Brad Petovich with SkiSoutheast.com, and this is the week. We're going to see some openings. We've got cold temperatures, some natural snow, and really it's the temperatures. They're ideal this week. It has been an amazing setup here. I'm going to start with our view from some of our cameras. This is from the Resort Cams, our friends over there. You can see the top of beach. Can't even see it's a whiteout because they're making snow. That's not from natural snow. The base a little bit easier to see. You can see the snow guns going like crazy. I'm seeing this at Cataloochee, App, Sugar, all the way up into Virginia, West Virginia, Snowshoe. Everybody's going to try to open this weekend at some point because of the cold air in place. And why are we going to try to open? Well, we've got the perfect setup here. We've got a nice deep trough currently. This is ideal. This is the coldest air of the season so far. In fact, this is more reminiscent of what you would see in mid-January. Not so much here at the end of November, but we'll take it. I mean, it's early in the season. That lasts through about Thursday, and then things warm up just a little bit, not a whole bunch for the weekend. Brief warm up this weekend, but the good news with the weekend warm up, it could end with a little bit of snow on the backside as another trough digs in for early next week. So targeting this weekend is great because even a little brief blip with some warmer air this weekend isn't going to do a whole lot, honestly, to deter snowmaking, because we're still going to have some pretty good snowmaking conditions, I would say, for the next several days. As we get closer to the weekend, we'll probably see a little bit of rain mixing in as we get that warmer air. Let's take a look at the long range kind of future cast here, kind of show you how this sets up. So you can see the lake effect machines. This could actually affect a good chunk of West Virginia. So there's got to be some natural snow on top of this for Wisp down to Winter Place possibly. And then we go into the end of the week, it dries out, starts to warm up a little bit with southwest flow. Big storm system with a little mix maybe in West Virginia, but primarily rain. That moves out fairly quickly. Another surge of moisture comes in on Sunday, but as that exits the region on Monday into Tuesday, watch this. On the back side, you see that northwest flow event setting up Tuesday morning. That's a couple little shots of that northwest flow. So that's actually a nice return to some colder air, and also the fact that we're going to see some northwest flow on top of that. As far as temperatures are concerned, we'll quickly look at the temperatures. You could see all that cold air in place through Wednesday, but then starting Thursday, a little bit of a moderation here as we see temperatures slightly above freezing. Probably not going to be much snowmaking Friday into early Saturday, maybe even Sunday, but then late Sunday into Monday, some cold air tries to sneak down here. It doesn't really get here until Tuesday. So I think probably after this whole week of snowmaking, it'll probably end Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I think by Tuesday, we might start to see the snow guns crank up, and that could last into early next week. Let's look at the snowfall totals. Long range guidance shows that little bit of lake effect again, going into areas from Wisp down to Canaan Valley, all the way down to Winter Place, like I said, and maybe even a little bit into North Carolina, but not a whole lot. Notice it's pretty dry going into the weekend, but watch this system next week. This is that Monday, Tuesday system. Actually looks pretty nice there, maybe possibly moving into parts. This is midweek, by the way, probably Tuesday, Wednesday. We'll pause it right there and kind of zoom in. You could see that could be some pretty good totals between now and next Wednesday. So good news all around. We're seeing the cold air flip. We're starting to see the pattern change a little bit here. I know we'd love to see things open up a little bit earlier than this, but I think this is a much better setup because the cold looks more consistent, and the storm track, the El Nino storm track I talked about in my winter forecast, actually looks like it's starting to set up. So maybe December, the beginning of December is like a switch. It's kicking on, and I think we're going to be good to go by the middle and maybe end of the month. So hopefully around the holidays, like Christmas to New Year's, things will really be cranking by then. But remember, this El Nino pattern this year is going to probably be a late arrival type setup. So don't get discouraged if we start to see some warm air at times in December. It looks like January, February, March is really where the heart of the cold and the snow could be hitting this winter. Glad to be back this year. I will post another update on Wednesday. We'll kind of give you the outlook for the weekend as we get close to opening. But as always, think snow.